Hello. This is Pat with Petresca Papers. I am at the Bluebird Bungalow today, and I have a new kit that I would like to introduce to you. First of all, I'd love to say hello to everybody and hope everybody's well. Thank you for watching, subscribing, giving me comments. They really do mean a lot to me. So, without further ado, I'm going to do this in two parts. I'm going to introduce you to the kit, the digital kit that will be available in my Etsy shop. And then I'm going to do a cut in the video and then come back and do the tutorial. Okay? So first of all, this is a revisit of a kit that I had at Christmas, which was Home Sweet Home's Christmas houses, or excuse me, Home Sweet Home Christmas doors, and now it's Home Sweet Home's Easter or spring doors. So I'm doing it a bit different. That kit had lots of things to choose from, to add in. And after I did, I don't think I've got my book out here. Yes, I do. After I did this kit, the Home Sweet Home's Jonquil Cottage, where I had everything on here for you, and then you had choices to make for your doors and flowers and things, I thought I would try it with this. So what you will get in the kit are 4 different pages with the same 3 colored doors, but I've mixed up or rotated the wreath. So for instance, we've got the plain purple door. We've got one with a hydrangea wreath, one with a tulip daffodil, and one with the Easter eggs. And then there is the green one with the 3 wreaths. I hope you can see this. I don't know. I hope so. And the plain. And then also the yellow door with that wreath, the Easter egg wreath, and the hydrangea wreath. So you won't have to do any fussy cutting. I know. I make you really sad when I say that. Anyway, these, you'll get 4 sheets with those on it. You will get 4 sheet, or let's see, not 4. Where's that? I've got a guide sheet here. Where is it? Are you underneath somewhere? Oh, I'll show you first. Maybe it's mixed in here. You will get 8 different patterned papers. To decide what you want to put your door on. Let's see this. Some are cardstock and some are not. There it is. Okay, so you will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different patterned papers to choose what the booklet will be made out of. What you like. Okay? So you will also get this sample sheet, which is kind of fun. You could utilize some of these scraps on here, and the wreaths, you could fussy cut those out so that you could use those inside the journal if you desired. Okay? So far we've got 8 and 4. We've got 12 sheets of usable paper, and then you've got a +1 of the sample sheet. And then we've got signature sheets. These are a pale version of the colors that you are seeing in the others. And so there are 3 yellow, 3 green, and 3 kind of I didn't want to just go straight purple, so this is more, I would say, more of a violet purple. And so we've got that one and that one. My fingers aren't working. And that one, which is more of just a water stained lined paper, notebook paper. There's the yellow. And then again, just the plain. It's got a really faint, I don't know if you can even see that, a faint line in it. And then the 3 green. And I kind of tried to stay with more of a little bit of a garden theme. Okay? So there's 9. So what did I say? 12 plus 9 is 21. And then this one, it's not a waste. You could cut these up and use them inside of your journal. All right? So all in all, just to recap, you've got 8 there, 9 there, and 4 here. So this is quite a hefty batch of papers. Now, when you purchase this, I would suggest maybe not printing everything at once. Go in and print which wreath you like the best on the door. Match them up. Choose what you want to do your door on. You can do it double-sided or single-sided, and I'll show you that in the tutorial. And then, but I think for your signatures, you'll want all those papers. Okay? And again, this is a digital kit. It will be found in my Etsy shop. And the name of it is, where is it? So that I say it right. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Home Sweet Home. Uh-oh. Typo. Home Sweet Home's Easter Doors. Okay? It's a junk journal booklet. All right. I will be back with you shortly to start on the tutorial. So don't go away. Thank you. Okay, I am back. I've kind of got I think I've got everything or most everything I'm going to need. I've got my needle and my wax linen and my awl to do my journal or my signatures, and I've got them semi-prepared. I've got my bone folder, my scissors, my glue, and I've got the door I'm going to use. I have my printed piece that I'm going to use that I've trimmed down and I've distressed around the edges, and my lining piece, which I have trimmed to be the same as my front pattern piece, taking off the white edges. I'm not worried about these white edges yet. So I'll set this aside. So this, if you watched the Christmas doors, this is very similar. There's a few things I'm not going to do. I'll try to make reference to them. I'll link that video below because there are a few things that are different. One of the big differences is you don't have to fussy cut out different locks and wreaths and windows and things. Okay, so I've made it easy. But the first thing is to make the booklet part. And I have gone in and I've put where my middle is, and so I'm going to put that right on 6. And And so if you don't have a scoreboard, you will have to measure with your ruler, or just decide how, you know, looking at your door, how wide you're going to want that. Okay, so I'm looking at my 6 here, and I'm going to go over just 1/4 of an inch and score, and 1/4 of an inch on the other side of the 6. So 5 3/4 and 6 1/4, which is giving me a 1/2 inch spine. Okay, so I'm going to fold that. I'm going to fold that. And this is just going to go off to the side for a moment. Oh, I did not show you my distressing. I am using Distress Oxide. I'm not using my Vintage Photo. I am using a color, which I don't do very often. So I'm going to distress down there so you can see my spine clearly. And I've already distressed around those edges. All right. So back you go. And now this is when I'm going to put on my door. And this is the door, once I trimmed it out, determines what the height of my booklet will be. And that's what I trimmed my pattern piece to be the same as. Now, my door, I have used double-sided tape. I've got a lot of double-sided tape. It comes in a big roll. I get it on Amazon, and I'm just going to do this. I want to make sure I get a nice firm grip. So here we go. Let's remove that backing. And I want to make sure that I don't cross over that score line. And this double-sided tape is not very forgiving, so I am being careful to get that on there nicely. All right, so this is what we have so far. This is going to become our pocket. So, no, I didn't. Okay. We need the scoreboard again. And we are going to put that. So on my scoreboard, I've got these lines that give me a continuous line. And then I can eyeball at the top and at the bottom to get a straight line. It doesn't always work, but for the most part, it's a better option than just my eyeballing. Okay, so there's our front, and let's see here. It's 1 1/2, and I'm going to cut. I'm going to score 1 1/2, and there we are. There is the booklet. Okay, now these will become pockets, but first we're going to put some lining. Now, I did not print this double-sided, which you could, but I feel like this paper will give it a little bit more strength. In my Christmas doors, I sandwiched in a piece of, I don't think I've got a piece right here, of just fairly thin muslin, but I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to go with this. And so what we're going to do is now I'm going to cut it just a bit smaller than the space between the two scores that make the pocket. And I'm not going to worry about cutting because that edge is going to be hidden. And this we save, always, always. So that's going to go right in there like that. So I'm going to use the dreaded glue stick. Probably both, the glue stick and some liquid glue. So I'm going to go around all the edges nicely. And the corners. It's really on those longer edges, it's not as vital on these side edges because they will be covered up with the pocket. Okay, I think I've got a good slathering on there. Okay, here we are. And let's go this way. Let's match up that top and make sure we're not going into our score on the side. Let's make sure we've got that matched up. Now, come on, have you really stretched that much? I know you stretch, but honestly, okay, let's get this right. There. And there. You can always trim it off and redistress. All right. Looks like it did stretch a bit, didn't it? Let's just trim it off. Get glue on my hands. Ick. Okay. Let's just trim right along there. I'm going to let this inside dry just a bit. Oh, come on. You got things on you? Well, okay. Let's go ahead while we're waiting for that to dry. We will. Is that on there? What is it? Do I have, let's see. I don't know if paper towel will do it. I probably don't need to worry. No, because that pocket's going to cover it up. All right. Just a smidge on both sides here. And I'm going to grab clips. There and there. I would love your feedback on, are you missing fussy cutting in the kits, or are you loving that it's just, I still am giving you options. I'm just giving you more sheets of paper to make the options from. But I would love to know if you prefer doing all the fussy cutting, or if you like that I'm giving you choices without fussy cutting. I'd love to know. If you'd remark, give me a comment. I would love to know that. Okay. Now, we're going to be impatient because that's kind of what I do. Let's turn this over so we can see where. And let's score right there. And then right there. And then I'm going to score on this side also. Right don't move, don't move. Right down there. And I don't know why I moved that. And right down there. Okay. I'm going to distress lightly there so we can see where those score lines are. Let's put you away. I think we may be done with you for this tutorial. Then I'm going to use my ruler to get in here. See if we can't get a clean crease. Getting a little bulging there. And let's go right like that. There. And I think these pockets are probably dry enough. Okay, so here's our booklet. Now, these are my signatures, and I've got them longer because I'm going to fold and make pockets. So I think I'm just going to sew them in like this, and then I'll fold those pockets in after. Okay? All right, so I'm going to need, I don't want this ruler, because I can see underneath there. So I'm going to, and it's nice, this paper is striped, so I'm able to see where I'm drawing my line. I'm going to start there and draw down to about there. I don't know, I could be over too far. But let's see, these aren't very thick signatures, so okay, I think that's okay. So I need to mark. Well, let's do this first because we need to know where. So what I'm doing is a 3-hole pamphlet, and I'm going to use my awl. So I'm going to get my middle-ish and just kind of fold it and brace it and just go through like that. I'm going to come up about an inch down from the top and an inch up from the bottom. And then I'm just going to slide, since I can do this, I'm going to slide you inside of this and just let you be my guide here. So I'm going to go in there and out through there. Same there. And same down here. So now at least I know those are pretty much the same. Let's divide them out. And along here, can I see where it is? Yes, I can. So I am going to make one a hole there, and 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 a hole there. And I'm going to use my handy little piece of styrofoam. It's not really styrofoam, it's more flexible than styrofoam. And poke that hole, and 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 that hole there. Okay. And I've got my needle threaded with wax linen, And this one's going to be my front. And I'm going to go through from the inside to the outside. And they are lining up nicely. Come through, hold that tail. Actually, I'm going to clip it right there. And then I'm going to come up and go through that. I'm on that first row. Don't cross over. And down through the signature. Sorry if you can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying to stay in here. And then I'm going to go all the way down to there. Ooh, that went through so nicely. And then through that hole there. Let's see if you're going to be as nice. I doubt it. Doesn't look like it. Through. There we go. Then we want to make sure that we're straddling that center thread. Okay, this clip can come off now. And just a gentle tug both directions. And a square knot. A quick trim. Like that. Okay, good. Okay. And let's get this other one in. We do about twice. And thread that needle. Okay, here we go. Through the middle. And through the middle. And that was so nice to not have to worry about that, holding on to that. I think I'll do it again. Just right. Sorry, bam, my arm's right in the way. Sorry. Okay. And then, oh, pulled it loose. Okay, fine, I'll just hold it. And then come up through this hole here. And through the signature right there. And down through the bottom and out through that back hole there. Looks like we need to pull you a little tighter. There we go. And in through there. And in through there. Okay, so make sure we're straddling that center thread. And then just a snug tug. And a square knot. Like that. Okay, I've got my two signatures in. Now I just need to decide where I'm going to fold them, and I'm going to let that be my guide there. Fold it in to the inside. I'm going to fold this one a little bit further in. I think. Let's find out. Is that further? Or about the same? About the same. Oh, not the same. Let's fold a little further. There we go. You can also cut them off. It's up to you. Of course, everything is up to you. This was a little half piece I had. I'm going to fold this in like that. And this, and fold to the center. And the center. But I think it would be fun to have things poking out through the door, like the door's cracked open and there's the innards are trying to get out. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's turn this way. And I may go through and cut off some of these pages. I'm not sure I want them all to be folded. But for right now, I'm going to just fold them all. So I've got my framework for what I'm doing. And after the ones that I'm not going to cut off, I will keep folded and put just a thin strip of glue to make the pocket. Okay, let's hurry and do these. And I think I can do a couple at once. Let's do that. Then we can open it up. Like that. And then let's do those two this way. You can fold that back on itself. That one like that. Like that. Let's fold these in. Just like that. Separate them. So, without all the fussy cutting, this is very streamlined and easy to do. All right, there it is. And we can add some of the clips, those hidden paper clips from some of the kits I've got in there, and they can poke out the top or they can come along the side and be dividers or tabs that you can label just like that. And then you've got a pocket here that you can put different things in. All right, that's it. I don't think it was necessarily a really short video, but it is a very streamlined way to make a cute booklet for Easter, for spring. I hope you like it. Again, it's available on my Etsy shop, and I have some ideas. This booklet will be the April booklet, and I will be posting freebies probably not till April 1st. I'll try to get them up there earlier than that so that you can be ready if you're following along with the journaling prompts. But I'll also link my Petresca Papers Facebook group. Hey, thank you guys so much. I always appreciate it when you watch. And we'll see you again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.